Hi, everybody. Ron Placone here. So, Mike Huckabee, who, given his last name in rosy cheeks, is totally missing out on a gold mine by not giving up his career in politics and going into the jam making industry, is running for president. We knew that. That's old news. We know that Mike Huckabee is running for president. And what's interesting, in recent speeches, Mike Huckabee has been lending his support for Social Security programs and to make sure that those are preserved for older Americans. He's been fiery about it. He even said, look, go after Congress's pensions. Don't go after Social Security for older Americans. And as far as I know, he hasn't even been using that word entitlements too often. He's all about this. Some have even compared his passion for Social Security to Elizabeth Warren. Could this mean that Mike Huckabee is moving a bit to the center, that he's realizing that, hey, for a democratic experiment work, you have a form of a social safety net, and that's not a bad thing in a country that has the abundance of wealth such as the United States? No. Of course not. Of course that's not what's going on here. Let's talk about what's really going on here. First of all, Mike Huckabee, big bird Fox News. Mike Huckabee, that's his wheelhouse. Fox News and their constituents. The average Fox News viewer, 71, and that's probably because of the type of 71-year-old that hasn't evolved past television much, so they do not realize that there are choices. But nonetheless, 71 years old, average age. If you act like you're going after Social Security, that's a no-no. That's not going to get you votes. Now, Mike Huckabee's ability to connect with the younger generation, completely and utterly non-existent, and that's not going to change. Again, he's been in the Kool-Aid house too long over at Fox. So where does Mike Huckabee really need to try to get votes? Well, he needs to clean up and kick butt and take names amidst older Americans. And if the opponent and the challenger is Hillary Clinton, let's analyze it for what it is. Over on the GOP, the Republicans, they are anticipating that whoever they nominate is going to have to be able to beat Hillary. That's who they're worried about. That's who they're anticipating. It's all about beating Hillary. Now, Hillary's husband, Bill, has a very good reputation amongst older Americans. He has a really good reputation amidst the baby boomer generation. He is looked at fondly. So, of course, there's a fear that she's going to take some votes away from the older demographic, the 55 and ups. That's a concern. So you need somebody that's really going to clean up there, that's really going to prevent something like that from happening. It's just a numbers game. And Mike Huckabee, if he can make an outlaw like he's the protector of Social Security, that quote-unquote entitlements are an okay thing when it's for older Americans. You know, if this was something like student loan forgiveness or something like that, I'm sure Mike Huckabee would be the first person to kind of parrot the whole nationalistic, pull yourself up by your own bootstraps rhetoric. But when it comes to something like Social Security, which, don't get me wrong, I'm completely in favor of Social Security, but Mike Huckabee being in favor of this is not because, he supports some kind of social safety net, he supports some kind of redistribution. Mike Huckabee being in favor of this is solely because he wants to get the votes from the older generation. He knows that he needs those votes if he wants any type of chance at getting the nomination, and that is what's really going on here. But Mike Huckabee is in the fold of things. We're going to see more stuff like this coming to the surface because, guys, 2016 is gearing up. This is Ron Placone signing out.